G'day YouTube, my name's Lance and welcome to Bundy Bear's Shed. Well, the weather report. Look, it's starting to cool down a little bit and oh look, we had an 11 the other day on the way to work again, but look, it's not too bad. 25, 26 is about average. The Bundy shows coming the end of this week. So we have a bit of a holiday this week, so Thursday's show day, but back to work Friday, then the weekend coming up. But yeah, but normally it is a bit cool for the show. Yeah, the sou'westers come through, but look, at the moment it's pretty good. You no need to wear coats or anything like that. We don't get too bloody carried away with all that stuff. We went away last week, and yeah, look, that was a great weekend away. And this weekend we did your bonus stew last week, and through the week this last week, on the 26th, me old man Dad turned 82, and on Saturday Mum turned 82. Well, it might have been Wednesday Dad turned 82, and so they got with their friends and went away and went down to Elliot Heads and had fish and chips and had a drive around the countryside. And Mum went to church, and yeah, got a, you know, all the well wishes and all that from church. And then they said to us, well, we said, what do you want for your birthday? And they said, oh look, just take us somewhere, we'll have fish and chips for lunch or something like that. So we thought, okay. So we actually rang niece Talia, and they've moved to Brisbane now, and we said to them, you know, how about we meet halfway from Bundaberg to Brisbane? And I said, let's go to Rainbow Beach Hotel for lunch. And we'll take them to Rainbow Beach Hotel, and we won't tell them that Talia and Josh were coming. And so yeah, that's what we did. And pardon me. And so yeah, they went and picked them up early yesterday morning. They said, where are we going? And we said, oh, we're not going to tell you that. That'd ruin the surprise. So yeah, we travelled down and we stopped at a fruit and veggie stall, and stopped at the duck pond at Gympie for a cup of tea and a Vicky and all that. Then off we goes to Rainbow Turnoff, and she says, oh, we're going to Rainbow Beach. And I said, well, yeah, you are. So we just go down there for lunch, and she said, oh, you know, you didn't have to go all this way, just down the beach would have been good. And I said, oh, well, you know, felt like a drive. So anyway, once we got to the hotel there, Talia had beaten us there, and as we come in the door there, I went in first and spotted Talia, and she hid round the corner till Mum and Dad come in, then surprised them. So that was a good thing. We stayed there for probably 3 hours down at Rainbow Beach and had a chat, and shouted them their fish and chips, barramundi and chips and salad, and yeah, look, it was nice. It was a good feed, good family day out. So we got home yesterday about 5 o'clock, and we called into Poona along the way, and yeah, come up the back road there just to go a different way. So we went down the long way and come home the short way, and they had a good day, and everyone got home safely. So look, that was great weekend. But we were driving home yesterday, and my phone went bing, and when we pulled up at Poona, I thought, oh, I'll have a look and see what that's about. And what it was, the lad that works for us, young Michael, he was messaging me, and look, I'm nearly famous. Well, nowhere near it really, but anyway, if in Australia there's a magazine called The Woman's Weekly, and this month they've got the big edition with the royal wedding on it and all that. Well, around page 200 they've done a story on the APM, I think they call themselves, and they're the minders that look after the young fella that we have here with a disability, and they're the minders, so they had a couple of page spreads. So yeah, we got at the start of there, we got in the Women's Weekly with there's a picture of the tractor and the young bloke standing there, and then down further there's there's a bit of a story about putting him on and that, and then down the bottom there's a little picture about 3/5 of stuff all, with Judy, myself and Michael posing looking like we're looking for parts. But so yeah, I'm famous. You want an autograph or anything like that, just drop us a line. Oh, and while I'm talking to you, last couple of weeks you'll notice that there's bundybearsshed@gmail.com on the bottom of the screen. I'll put it at the start and the finish, but I've been forgetting to tell you that I've set up a new email address just for the channel. You want to converse in any way, just use that bundybearshed@gmail.com. There was one, Lance at Queensland Tractor Spares, or bundybearshed at Queensland Tractor Spares, but we've got rid of that now, and it's just Bundy Bears Shed, so BUNDYBEARSSHED @gmail.com, and that's if you want to ask a question about a tractor or just bullshit on in general, just send it to there, or Facebook Messenger. But bundybearshed@gmail.com, that's the one on the screen that you'll see coming up down the bottom there at the start and the finish of this, more than likely. That's the one I'd like you to use now. I haven't got into YouTube to change the settings so that comes up automatically yet, but it'll get there once I bug around and I'll get my finger out, really. but yeah, there's a story about putting the young bloke on and all that sort of thing. But since the young fella painted the tractor, there was a public holiday, and then there was a Tuesday after that he was crook. Then last Monday he had a sore tooth, couldn't come to work. So yesterday we're coming back from Tin Can Bar, my phone goes bing, and next minute I got this message that says, "I quit work," from Michael. And I thought, oh, that's odd. Anyway, I didn't acknowledge it. I got the dogs barking now. The garbage truck's picking up the bins out the front, and the dog thinks it's got to tell everyone about it. And so I didn't worry about it. And an hour later my phone goes bing, and it says, "I quit working," from Michael. And I said, oh, okay. So I just sent him a message, and I said, well, make sure you tell Nicole you mind her. That's okay, make sure you tell Nicole. And so I thought, oh, well, it looks like he's pulled a pin. You know, I'll get someone else to help. I'll see if anyone else needs a hand. And if not, I'll just go back to doing things on my own like I always did. But about 6 o'clock yesterday evening, I get a message from his mum. Michael has not quit his job. He'll be there at 7 o'clock in the morning. This is his mother. And so I thought, oh, okay. So I didn't acknowledge it. I thought, oh, I'll just think about it a bit. And next thing, another message come through. He will be there at 7 o'clock as per usual to start work. And anyway, I got a message this morning from his mum again that says, yeah, Michael and his dad are on their way. They've left. They're on their way over to see you about working, and he's there for work today. So anyway, they rolled in, and I had a chat, and I said, you know, if you actually come and saw me like he was asked to, straight after the event, come and saw me, you'd know that you weren't in much trouble. It's just we've got to fix it, and we're going to fix it, and we're going to work together to fix it. So, so I said, I've had a good time the last few weeks, but you've really had a knot in your guts worrying about it, obviously. But so yeah, so he's back at work today. He's very quiet, and I've got him. We're up the back painting fence posts. So it's about midday. It's a little after lunch Monday when I'm filming this here, and so we're up painting the palings, or he's up painting the palings for the fence around the carports here. I went and bought them the other day because I thought, oh well, that's a good easy job for him. He can paint away, and away he goes. So he's up there painting, and 11:30 we have lunch, 11:30 to 12. I see him just before I had a visitor, so about 15:15 he starts work again. So he's had 3/4 an hour for lunch today, so I'll have to run through that again, no doubt. Not to worry. But anyway, so we're back on track, we think, and we'll see how we go. I bought another tractor this week, a Farmall 100. I bought a Farmall 100 like quite a few months ago that was seized, that had flat tyres and all that sort of thing. I looked at doing that up, and by the time I did it up, there was another one in town for a couple of $1,000 that runs, and it just needed front tyres, and so I bought that, and I'll do a bit on that over the time. We'll probably do a series on it, I suppose, you know, the barn find, because it's been in the shed for quite a few years. But I got the front tyres off. I have new tyres and tubes I put on myself this morning. I cleaned the rims and welded up a couple of little rust holes and all that the other day. I think I have filmed some of that. We'll have a look and see. So yeah, another tractor on the go, because you know, got 8 acres, you've got to have about 15 tractors to have 8 acres, don't you? Anyway, we'll see. A few purchases this week. You remember a little while back I bought a small 2-inch boring bar. Well, it has the smaller, actually a boring head, I'm sorry, and it has the smaller boring bars. So I just bought a cheap set of boring bars with brazed carbide, made of the best Chinesium money can buy. And I'm actually going to play with these a little bit and put them on the tool grinder and have a play with some of the angles and things like that. So that'll be interesting. I also, with doing up the Fuji carbies, I'm finding a few of them have quite crooked threads where the fuel fittings go in and the jets. But, I mean, because they're just that muck metal, they're the pot metal I think you call it in America, but it's just muck metal the carbies are made out of. So I've got a 12 by 1.25 helicoil set, and I think this one might be a 10mm one. And so this is for where the fuel inlet comes into the carbies, and this is for where the main jet fitting screws in. So we should be able to put helicoils, put a stainless thread on them, and we'll just do a better job. We've brought in a few more floats. They're brass floats, bringing them out of Ireland to try those. We haven't used that particular one before, so we're going to give that a go. We've brought in kits from Quality as well. We're going to try that. And for all the other, they're just packets of helicoils, the coils themselves, and that's just to top up my kits and a few of the other fittings on the carbies. So we've continued on with setting up the pots for doing the Zenith carbies. Now the new Farmall 100, it has a Zenith carbie on it, but it's a completely different one. So the plate that we do the bushing on, it'll be coming up to get re-drilled again, and we'll make it fit the Farmalls as well. So that one plate will have 500 holes in it when we're finished. But look, it'll do good stuff. So to do the carbies as well, last week, I think it was last week, I did the video on making the butterfly shaft, and what I've done, I've actually bought a few real small little router bits, or like end mills, and they're very small. And what I'd like to try is, when I have a butterfly shaft in there, instead of using the slitting saw, while I've got it lined up and I'm doing the holes and doing the whole thing, I could drop the collet over and perhaps, it's only 6mm deep, and perhaps mill the hole in. So I don't know whether it'll work or not. I thought I'd like to give it a go. I think that's 0.1, no, that's 1mm to, I'll just find me lookers for a minute. I think it goes up to 4mm, 1 to 4mm. Look, they're only Chinese, they were cheap, but brass is soft. There's 2 of everything, so but I bought a couple of sets of them just to just to give that a go. I will make a couple of carbie shafts as we go along, just to try. The Farmalls, I can buy a kit with all the shafts in them, but on the Zeniths, the shaped one, we can't do. So because we've got a bit of paint on the gold tractor, we are going to repaint the whole tractor. We're going to sand it back. The front tyres were starting to perish badly, so I've bought new rims and tyres for the front of the gold tractor that we have to paint yet. The steering box has leaked for ages on it, so I've ordered the parts in and I have them here now, bushes and things like that, for resealing and rebushing the steering box on the Gold 35. There'll be a special video on that in the tractor repair series, but part of that is get this hunk of steel here. I can't remember what it was. I just took the bush up to the steel heap and that fitted. So out of this, to get the bushes out, you actually have to push them through, and they push out the back and they knock a Welsh plug out. So so just as a bit of machining, I'm going to just machine a stepped bush remover, or a bush punch out of there. So, and we'll put a knurled handle on it and fiddle around, just a nice bit of machining. I don't know if I'll get time to do that today. I've got a young fella here, so I've got to go back and forth and keep things, stop the wheels from falling off. Yeah. So, but yeah, they're nice steel back brass bushes to put in the steering box. So, and I do have a spare steering box up there. I can't remember where I got the bloody thing, but I've got a spare steering box, so that'll be handy for doing the video. And then we'll do a complete restoration on one steering box. Then on the gold tractor, there's a bit of a hack where you can just actually, you don't have to take the steering box out of the tractor, you can actually do it in there. So on the gold tractor we'll do that, but I will take the time and make that punch up, and I might make a punch for the seals too, just to get them nice. Yeah, that's about all it's about. But look, that's about it. I haven't got anything else on my bench here to show you. I spent quite a bit of time cleaning the rims. I stripped the rims down and bead blasted them and painted them, and only rattle can paint, but that was a nice, cheap and easy way to go this morning. I started that on Saturday, but then we went away with Mum and Dad yesterday, so on Monday I'm doing a bit of patch up. And Grumpy Dave next door, he had that second stroke and he hasn't got his licence back yet, but it looks like he will get it back. But he had a Nissan Patrol Ute and they'd sold that, so he's just bought himself a Holden 1-tonner. So he's been back and forth today, trying to get organised to take his tractor to the show, and so yeah, we'll see how that goes. I might help him out a little bit yet and see. Went away, put on a kilo. I enjoyed myself though, and look, I put on 1 kilo from drinking wine and eating cheese and being bad in general. But by Friday, last Friday gone, I had got back to where I was again. I'd lost that extra kilo. So with going away yesterday, having a few cups of tea and a bit of cake and a nice steak with Diane sauce and chips yesterday, and a few things like that. I'll see how we go. I have another wedding coming up this Saturday, so I like to kick my heels up. So I'm going to kick my heels up there, but that's for a month or so. That's all that we have in the social calendar. So I should be right back on track. But yeah, it just shows. Yeah, with going away and look, we drank a fair bit of red wine and ate a fair bit of cheese and all that sort of stuff. But look, I put a kilo back on, but by Friday, which is 3 or 4 days ago, I had lost that. I was back to where I was before the weekend, the Friday before. And but yeah, we've been having birthday cake and bits and pieces, so I've been enjoying that. But yeah, through the week we're just back on track, and yeah, no junk, no rubbish. So and quite active on the weekend, so that's good. But anyway, look, that's probably all I have. I do have some footage of the tractor and a bit of doing the rims and a few little things like that, so we'll include that in the end here. And the machining, it might be a midweek job yet, we'll just see. Yeah, perhaps Thursday if I get time in the shed, I'll be able to do that. The Bobcat man I had booked in a Wednesday ago, I rang him last week and he said he'd be here today, but I haven't seen him yet. So I rang him earlier and left a message, but I haven't heard. So seems to be a bother. I'd like to get that bit done before I can continue on with the next part of the job, but it's holding me up at the moment. So, but anyway, look, once again, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and all that sort of junk. And yeah, don't forget the new email address, bundybearshed@gmail.com. It's easy for you today. Alright, catch you later, eh? And here's Michael. He's doing a bit of painting. Give him a wave, Michael. And we're painting the palings up on the top, up on stands here. And it's just easier to paint them here rather than wait and put them up, then paint around the steel. So there's quite a few to go yet. I can see a couple of them are starting to warp in the sun. But anyway, we might turn them over, see if we can unwarp. Well, here we are. It's early Saturday morning, and this is our little Farmall we just bought. That's a petrol tank. It's a petrol Kero or an all fuel. Yeah, the fella had that in the shed. We'll just stick it back up in there. Look, the back tyres aren't too bad. The left-hand rear keeps going down, he tells me. The front tyres are toast. We're just in the process of pulling one of those off. And I've got my little helper here. He's a big help on the spanners. But yeah, look, it's fairly straight. I have heard it running. But we do have a lot to do. Get rid of this old battery here, and we have a new battery box top coming. And I might use this as a little road tractor, so I might put an alternator on it. The fella actually had the generator there for it and a few other things, but they're worth some money, and he wanted an extra couple of $100 for that. So I told him, well, I didn't want that. Yeah, you could keep it. Yeah. And I put a muffler on it the other day. So that's it. So first up we're going to get the wheel off. We're going to get that old tyre off. I'm going to bead blast the rim, tidy it all up, and we'll put a new tyre on. On these Farmalls, they've because they're a high clearance, being a 100, they have 16-inch tyres there. So what I've done, I've taken the wheel off this side, the right hand side as you sit on the seat, and we'll knock the tyre off and we'll have a look what the rim. Okay, I've knocked the old tyre off, and there's a few things we need to do. The whole rim isn't looking too bad. When we pick it up, it looks like it has been painted in the centre there at some stage, which is a good thing. But on this side here, we have a dent to sort out. You'll see just in here, it's not round. We need to sort that out. And there's a few little humps and bumps that we'll probably sand out. But for the moment, I'll try and tidy up those dents a little bit, and then we'll take it over to the bead blaster and we'll give it a tidy up. And there we are. This is where that big dent was before. So it's looking fairly good. Around the corner here, around through there where it was dented, we fixed up. So, time to go and clean him up. Well, there's the rim. Been bead blasted. I've got a couple of little pits here to deal with. Some around here. I'll sand this back. I think I'll just take that edge down a little bit. There's a little one here. And what I'm going to do with them, now I've got it reasonably clean. It still needs to be cleaned better yet. But I'll actually get the MIG and I'll MIG some of these up, and we'll grind them back flat. Now on the other side, around the valve stem's always a touchy area, but look, this is good. And look, this side's pretty good. So I do need to tidy up a couple of things. Looks like the wheel's been loose here one time. It's a bit rough up in through there. So I'd say over to the welding bench. Well, there's where the rim was rusted around the edge. A few rust pits. I'll try and keep out of the shadow if I can. So we'll work our way around the rim, trying to tidy it all up, get the grinder out, and it should look like new. Well, there you go on the rim. That's where we did the welding, and we've tidied a lot of it up. A bit of a shadow there that I might take out yet. On the other side, there's not much on the other side. Oh look, it's come up pretty good. We've done it with a flapper disc and a grinding wheel on a 5-inch grinder. So now it's back into the bead blaster, and we'll get all these finishes exactly the same. The bead blaster will help blend the ground finish into a media or a rougher finish that'll hold onto the paint nicely. So we'll go and do that. And look at that, new tyre, the rim's all painted up. I actually forgot to take a photo of fitting the tyre or anything like that, so that's okay. Then when we go back over, I've got it straddling a pallet full of stuff for building the fence at the moment, so there we go, a couple of new boots. Rims look good. So yeah, that's it. Job done.